Welcome to August 1823 Stitchers, where we are crazy for cross stitch.
That's Angie.
And that's Sally. And today is June 29th. We're in Flosstube 36. Can you believe it?
Wow.
We'd like to say welcome to the new subscribers. We really appreciate you. And we hope that everybody chooses to comment and like the video. And finally, we'd like to welcome again the returning subscribers who have been so loyal to us and have stuck with us throughout this whole thing.
And we just wanted to brighten everybody's day up with our rose-colored
Yes.
glasses.
It's nice to look at the world through the rose-colored glasses.
Right. Okay. So today we're going to pretty much do our usual stuff. I've got some previous finishes. We went through our embroiderers guild went through our display boxes, and I pulled out some things that I had stitched that were on display. So a few years, my very first, and I don't want that board. My very first stitching class that I took with the embroiderers guild was through, well, Jane Timmers is a designer, and I learned how to make all this twisted cord. This is a tabletop chatelaine, and we had some pre-stitching on the heart pin keep, and we learned to make tassels.
Push the twisted cord in so they can see just how small it is.
It is tiny twisted cord.
It is very nice.
And then
very even.
Scissors sheath, and her directions were very clear because we had time. We fully finished the heart, and then we had directions to finish the other parts. And that is a tabletop chatelaine. And then my chapter wanted me to design a pulled and drawn thread sampler, and I really love the beach. And I found a Weeks Dye Works called Beachcomber, that thread, and it's got long arm cross stitch at the top. It's got Algerian eyelets, four-sided stitch, and then the pulled part or the drawn thread is here. And then it's got some Bargello, and you can see this was finished in 2014. That's when I designed it. And then we got some seagrass at the bottom. And for some reason, I actually have two of these. I'm not sure why.
I know, because you redid the pattern.
I guess that's what it was. And then this is a Victoria sampler, and it's Seaside Garden. And I love the fact that I also got the thread pack with it. The only problem is she doesn't tell you which color is what.
Those are so beautiful, but you would not know. You would not believe how many stitches are in those.
Well, they're small, but that was the first time I ever stitched 1/1 on 28 count. Mm-hmm. This is linen, and this was a while ago. I'm not sure when I did this, but it's been a while.
Because she did that, I bought one. Did I finish it? No, I gave it back.
No, you gave it to me. You gave it
because I couldn't do it.
All right, so I didn't really go through our agenda, but it's our usual agenda.
Yes.
So those who've been here will know what that is. My brother asked me a couple weeks ago to make a baby blanket and a hat for, I don't even know who it's for. I just know it's a boy. So the hat is fully finished. This is the Easy Peasy Baby Beanie pattern. It's free on, on the internet. Just look up Easy Peasy Beanie, and you get all sizes from preemie up to a very large man's head. Okay. Oh, I do have two other works in progress. I didn't think about that.
Okay, that's fine. Do we need
one for every two then? How's that?
Okay,
that'll
work.
Good. And then I showed this last video, but it's my spool, and Angie's going to show hers.
Because I didn't finish mine.
But
it is in progress.
Yes. What are you stitching?
This is what the pattern looked like, and I just lost my needle minder, which we'll get later. What am I stitching on? 14 count something.
Oh, well,
it's a mystery brown.
It will be the same size because mine's 28 count.
Yeah, this is. It said 14 count on the handwritten thing that I'd put there. I think. I thought it would be latte, but it's not latte. So I don't know what it is. But Sally's a fast stitcher, and I'm very slow.
I was monogamous on this. That's why I finished it so quickly.
I almost surrounded the moon. Almost.
Well, you were also stitching in a car, and that can't be easy. But we chose our own colors. I mean, I know that that's B5200, but I can tell you what the blue is when we get to another pattern because I'm using that blue in another
There's the
pattern.
back magnet for it.
Okay, we'll find
I
it.
don't know where it is.
Was it the? It's the little. We'll get it.
Whoop, 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 whoop,
All right.
whoop, whoop.
So, you ready for a new start? Why don't you do that new start, and then we'll do the new start together.
My pile is getting ready to fall down, so if I say timber or something like that. Okay, my new start?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my new start is because of Lancashire Stitchers Dragon Stitch for Mom. And at the time that she called for it, the only dragon I had was a diamond painting. And I wasn't going to do it at first. We went and bought the coffee dragon and the embroidery dragon and have been working on that. But I couldn't resist getting this dragon done. Isn't he darling? And I don't know how you, thanks.
Oh, he is cute.
And the way I do it is the drills, the diamonds or whatever you call them, they are numbered according to DMC. So I started with 823 and now I'm working on 939. And 939 is throughout that whole thing. There's like hundreds of drills that I will be putting there, some of which will be in the eye. So I'll be starting the eye anytime now. Okay. And it is my hope that by the time we have our next Flosstube, this will be done. But who knows what's going to happen. So I'm not going to say for sure.
Okay. Alrighty. You got the cover photo?
I don't have, yes, I do have the cover photo. It just was under the next. This is from Steno Stitches, and she had this patriotic peace sign. And Sally and I, when Sally saw it and I saw it, we were like, "Yeah, yep, that's ours." Because
I think you surprised me with it last Flosstube. You're like, I saw it and I just knew it was us.
Yep. So Sally can tell you her little problems with hers.
Oh, yeah, I don't know how to read a chart and read a diagram and look at a symbol because, go ahead.
I started from the spoke up. I did the up spoke on it and I didn't have any problems because I just had to do the same number of stitches in each square pretty much once I got this bottom part done. This is the center right here. So I started here and just went up. Sally, however, decided to make it hard on herself.
No, well, I was too lazy and didn't want to cut the fabric. Didn't want to measure the fabric and then cut it. So I just put it in my hoop and I started over here. And the red was perfect. Well, then I read the symbol that was here as blue. So I stitched it blue. And then I read this background as white. So I had all that white and I put in 2 of the stars in blue. And I'm like, that's not exactly right. So I ripped all of that out, all of this out, and then put it back in the next day. So, and I'm over here and I'm on the downhill slide to get back to around, and then I'll come in the middle and do the spokes. So that's mine. It's a 32 count blue fabric, mystery fabric. Oh, there's my, I can't tell you what it is.
Mine was ice blue or something like that.
Yeah,
it was just something from Hobby Lobby.
No, it was
or something, wasn't it?
No, it was another piece we found when we were packing your stuff up.
Well, yeah, it was just not. We went, oh, that's perfect.
There we go. Exactly.
And that's what we use.
And so I used B5200, 796 for the blue, and then the red is 816, and I'm pretty sure that I know the blue and the white's what I used in the state spool.
I used 321 for the red and B5200 for the white, and I have no idea what I used for the blue. So the next thing we did to kind of a like project together was our temperature chart. I chose to do the dogs from Stitching Mommy, and Sally chose to do
the
cats. And they have different names. Dog is called Temperature Walk With Me.
And the cat is Temperature Wander With Me.
So mine so far, this is the progress I have. I've got a hanging thread in the back. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
And
oh wait, that's upside down.
It's upside down. And notice we're almost halfway through the year, so we're almost halfway done.
Mm-hmm.
But you may notice there's a little red toe over here because we reached 100.
Well, in Hartsville, you reached 100.
In Hartsville, we reached 100.
And which weather?
I use AccuWeather.
Okay, well, I'm using the Underground Weather, which is the airport in Florence, South Carolina, that is. And so mine, with mine, the red is like 98, 99. And so I've got some red in mine too. I got lots of orange. There we go. But I'll soon be able to put the window in. In fact, I can probably start putting the window in. Okay, so that's the things we're doing together.
So now we're officially in the whips section.
Yes.
Normally we have an exact order, but because of the way we did things, we couldn't really announce what the order was.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I forgot to finish up the order too. So
falling all over the place. Okay, so we're going to do 2 for every one because I've been doing the Great British Baking
Challenge.
Is that what Great British Bake Off style. GBBO, whatever that stands for. And so it's at the beginning, you have a lot of whips that you have to do. So next time it won't be quite so hectic. This is Ocean of Wisdom 2, and it's by Erica Michaels. And all the information's on the back of that, which I can't even remotely see.
Oh, well, let's see. Obviously, Erica Michaels used to design on 40 count gauze, so it was a full coverage. But she was having trouble getting the gauze, so I heard. Anyway, it's Angie is stitching this on 14 count white Aida, which I'm surprised because she doesn't like white. Weeks Dye Works plus B5200 and 519. And this was part of her 6 for 60. Angie was 60 a couple of years ago, and so she made plans to do 6 for 60, and so.
It would be nice to finish it this year, but I just don't know. I'm trying. The wood needle minder is from Gina's Unique Boutique, I believe. Nope, it's from Maggie's. Nope, it is Gina's Unique Boutique. And it's mainly Weeks Dye Works plus 2 DMCs.
I have no idea what.
2 of my
whips
just went flying.
Yeah, your narwhal just took off.
And I'm legally blind, so 40 count gauze is not happening.
Well, plus we don't really have a source for gauze.
And what I had available at the time, because at this time I didn't know about all the hand dyed and all that stuff. I hadn't been watching Flosstube enough to know that I could get all this hand dyed and over dyed and all kinds of dyed fabric. So, and when I ordered the project, I just ordered the kit, you know, from whoever it was.
You ordered it from?
I ordered the kit, and it came with Weeks Dye Works.
Which is pretty.
Which I like better than the other unmentionable name. But Weeks Dye Works can be pretty intense, and I do like these colors because they're very ocean-like. Mm-hmm. And I'm so excited because I started the whale this time. Mm-hmm. He's over here. Right here. And I did this last swirl, and I even had to fudge
I know.
I fudge.
Shocker.
The last swirl because I'd taken it out twice. I frogged it twice, used the correct terminology, and I was tired of it. So I just told Sally while we were talking on the phone, and I was sitting there working on it. I said, okay, I'm done. I'm doing it my way. And then I sent her a picture, and she said she couldn't even tell. So that was very nice. All right. I think I did 2.
No, that's the only one.
It's
you
only
did.
1?
Yes.
Oh, no. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do this one, even though the others aren't there or down on the floor. I'll get them while she's talking. This is the next one. It's Super Mario by Choco Coco. It's my baby. It's my favorite one. And it's one I want to finish by my father's birthday, which is August 10th. And I actually undid the bottom Q snaps so you can see the whole thing and see how close I am. I need to finish this glove over here and actually outline and finish this glove and his face. And then I've just got basically...
You know they can't see that, Angie.
Yes, they can. Look. If I can see it, they can see it.
I was wondering.
Just telling you.
Okay.
If I can see it, you should be able to see it.
Oh, okay. I see it now. I was like, she's pointing to the front. That's why I was pointing to the front. Oh,
well, that's fine. You can point to the front, but I was poking.
I got
poking
you.
all the way. So this is done on 14 count blueberry fiber on a whim, which is kind of my favorite fabric too, because some fabric gives me paper cuts, and this is so soft that I went into Barefoot and I bought every spare piece they had cut off that bolt that they had at one point.
However much, yeah.
Yeah, and so this needle minder, it came from Stitch and Sister Craft. I had to get it because it looks just like him.
It does.
Exactly. So could not get it. And that's my 2 whips. So
All right. Well,
now I need to go.
I'll go slow.
Okay.
So, a couple of Saturdays ago, our Embroiderers Guild set up a table at the market in Hartsville, and I wanted something that was easy to stitch, and so I pulled out. I know it looks like this wouldn't be, but where I am, it was just easy stitching. Some big patches of color and stuff. So this is a snow globe, and that's just what it's called, by Mill Hill. It's a Mill Hill kit. The frame I have, you'll see, came from Stitching Kitten, because it's up there at the top. But I worked down here on the base of the snow globe.
That is beautiful.
Oh, thank you very much. The holes you see is where the beads are
So
going
do
to
you
go.
think you'll have it done by next Flosstube?
You do? I probably could take that on our retreat and have
Oh, there you have a
finish.
ring the bell.
Yeah.
Yay. Well,
would be
speaking of
nice.
ring the bell, my next 2 are what I hope to ring the bell with. They're very small, but intense, because this one is 10 Little Indians by Soda Stitch, and the 9th Little Indian, way over here somewhere, is the one I'm doing. I call him Campfire Indian Boy. And I wanted to do him because our library display doesn't have anything that I can find regarding Indians. And November is Native American month, or are they calling them a new name? I'm not sure. But anyway, so Soda Stitch has a lot of backstitch.
That's what makes him so cute.
So far I have backstitched his face and his headdress with the feathers. I've only stitched his below his neck and the grass. All I've got left over here, notice I'm in front, Sally.
Well,
there's going to be wood, a fire, and he's going to be roasting a little marshmallow. And I had this in the Magazine Monthly June acrostic as the theme, because the theme was candy shop, and I thought maybe they would sell marshmallows in the candy store. I've not been in a candy shop. I was figuring it out the other day. It's got to be more than 20 years. I have refused to walk in one since I became diabetic.
Oh.
So, do they sell marshmallows? I don't know,
They
but I
do.
figured they were sweet, and that might be something they would do.
There you go. Well, the last one I went in was up in Shipshore.
I hope to ring the bell on him. And the little needle minder comes from Privies and Prim's camping retreat, and I'm so excited that we're going to be able to go
in
hopefully
2026.
in 2026.
Hey, we got a reservation.
And I'm supposed to do 2, so
I gotta get my pattern off.
apparently Super Mario's sticker came off. This is N is for Narwhal, and it was a special pattern made by Hands On Designs Kathy Haberman for her son's Special Olympic team, and 100% of the proteins, from what I heard,
Seeds.
went to that team, and then others jumped on board And Chantel donated designer boards. The Lady Dot,
Mhm.
that's the
Lady
right
Dot,
way.
yeah, the
She
rat.
donated finishing materials. So everybody got on board, and if you finish it like this and you buy those materials, then the money goes toward the Special Olympics team.
Mhm.
So, knowing me, here's the thing you need to know about me, if you don't already know me. Let me pull that thread through. I don't do what I call junk. Now, I'm not saying that to put anybody down, but the little red berries that were all over this thing, not happening. Some of the holly and stuff and the ornament hanging down, I just made it my own. Is it not shaking, or am I too close?
No, you're fine.
Not close enough?
It's just that if you look at the pattern, you'll see what she's talking about.
Yeah. So maybe Sally can bring it closer and show you, but
Well, I did hold it up, but see the stuff at the top? Oops, right up here.
and there's, little red dots all over the place that are in the middle of nowhere. I don't understand. So I did this on 16 count mystery blue fabric.
Yeah, I don't know.
If I don't write it down, it's mystery blue. So there's no modeling, there's no extra dye in it. It's just a mystery blue.
It's just a blue. You might want to put that underneath.
Oh.
There you go.
Thank
All
you.
right, is that your two?
That was my two.
Okay, well, I left my cover page at home for my
It's gonna fall.
dragon with embroidery, but I did get a little bit more done on him. I put some blue up in here, and this is the top of one of his wings, and there he is, adorable. Now this is without the back stitching, so he's gonna be even cuter when I get the back stitching in. But this is for hashtag Dragon Stitch for Mom. Is that the right hashtag, Angie?
Hashtag Dragon Stitch for Mom.
Okay.
Mom,
M-U-M.
That's
Yes.
how they say
For
it.
in support of the Lancashire Stitcher's mother. And the Lancashire Stitcher, of course.
And I don't know if I should show this same time, but
Yeah, it's fine. This is a dragon with embroidery. Dragon with coffee, but we
Yeah.
call it coffee dragon. I have this pattern too. I bought this pattern. It was so cute. Okay, you ready?
and the only other piece that I had dragons on already
It was Enchanted Realm.
was Enchanted Realms, which was a stitch along from Caterpillar Cross Stitch, and it looks like this. And when we bought the stitch along, that's what we saw as the example of what would be on there. So, and then other things came on, and it disheartened me a little bit,
Oh,
but
I'm sorry.
that's okay. But I'm determined to finish it. So you can see the dragons, of course. There's 3 of them. And in fact, there's going to be 2 more on the pattern, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
If you look at it, the flying stuff.
That's not right. Those are horses. That's Pegasus.
Oh, I thought they were dragons.
Those are
It's
horses.
so small, I
Ones
can't
that-
see
they're
it.
unicorns. Excuse me. Those are
Okay,
unicorns.
and this is
What?
I forgot the.
It's a purple.
Yes, it just went right out of my head. I'm
Is
sorry.
it Stitch Me?
No, it's not Bestitch Me. It's
Is it Rogue?
no, it's Barefoot. It's
Oh.
purple.
Okay.
It's not Hyacinth, is it?
I don't know. And it's not Purple Rain.
I don't. No, it's not. I can't remember what it's called now. But look at this cute little dragon. Look at him. He's so cute.
He looks like our little dragons.
I know that's another Gina's Unique Boutique. And down here is one that Sally made. I stitched the A for my name, and then Sally turned it into a needle minder for me.
Used a button cover.
So,
Yeah, it's a
with the
button cover needle minder. I just made it into button.
So
You didn't show your dragon work. You talked about him, but you didn't show him. I'm gonna hold
okay,
him up. There you go.
I haven't gotten as far as Sally, but I did my first blend. I've always stayed away from something with blends, and it has fractional stitches, and I've done those too.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take me a while to do this baby because it's full of fractional stitches and blends. So, but I'm gonna enjoy doing it, and especially in support of the Lancashire Stitcher.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna do these two together because they're the same thing. So, my older brother, you saw the baby hat, and it's a pretty blue. Well, I'm making a baby blanket, and it's a corner to corner, and thank you. As you can tell, this is what it's gonna look like, but I'm not quite finished with it because I'm on the decrease, what they call the decrease, but it's where you make it into the actual square like this. Thank you, Angie. And
I'm
then
about ready to put it on because
I
I'm
have
cold.
I'll just turn the fan off.
That's okay.
I'm very comfortable. But I'm also making a green one, and nobody in my family watches my videos, for my great nephew who's doing November. And I'm on the decrease on that one. And when I finish, I will also make him a hat.
So they will be squares. So
Yes.
What she means when she's decreasing.
Right. Because
Basically gonna make another
start in the
triangle.
corner and you go till it's big enough, and then you start squaring it off.
Mm-hmm. So you're basically making two triangles.
Mm-hmm. But it's all in one piece instead of making two and just holding them together.
This is one of the few that I have to highlight. I'm flashing the pattern because I have to highlight it because Sally didn't have a bit of trouble with this. But you want to talk about, this is the King of Frog country for me. This is called When I Survey, and it's by Heartstring Samplery. And well, on my little pattern, it was just called When I Survey, but apparently here it's called When I Survey the Wondrous Cross. And it looks like it would be nothing, but for me, it's been a problem. I chose my own colors, which I'll tell you in just a minute, but this is where I am so far. And this week I did my all, and I did some purple in the stamen, I guess, for the flower.
Flowers.
And the three colors I used were 444 for yellow, 3818 for green, and green 208 for purple.
Mm-hmm.
And I like things bright.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do prim at all. So.
And it's in when Heartstring Sampler, when Beth Twist put all of her patterns together, her Sunday stitches, she put them in the book, and I bought the book. And so that's why the title's probably different.
Yeah.
I've done two from this book. I did In the Garden and When I Survey.
Oh, I thought you did Blessed Assurance.
No.
Oh, okay.
But I want to do Be Thou My Vision and...
Be Thou My Vision. Nope, that's not right.
Nope. And the Old Rugged Cross and A Mighty Fortress, because I am Lutheran, and that is the classic Lutheran song. And the Rock of Ages, I like the border. And I like the font she used on that.
Yeah, that word looks a lot simpler.
Mm-hmm.
I have 3 left. How many do you have left?
I just have His Eyes on the Sparrow.
Okay, well, hold on.
I will.
Because I got mine.
Go ahead and
My
do yours
small
and I'll
one.
do mine last.
First, I have Counting Petals. And this is Watermelon Crawl. And I got excited when I saw it. And I'm working on the chocolate covered ants. I call them chocolate covered ants because they're brown. I didn't expect that. That was a surprise to me. I always think of ants as black. I don't know why. And so since I'm doing their bodies, I call them dark chocolate covered antibodies. And so far, I'm on my 4th one. I've done that grass. The grass is a pattern. On the watermelon, you're going to see a pattern. I have 2 needle minders on this because it's going to go all the way up here, and I'm going to be using the same color probably, so I put 2 on there. Mm-hmm. First, I've got Mine from Gina's Unique Boutique, as well as this watermelon one, which I thought was appropriate. So, and before we do our similar one, which is our grand finale,
Yeah.
Flea market flowers. Doing this in memory of my mom. Mario was in memory of my dad, which is why I wanted it done by his birthday. I really wanted to finish this year, but if I do this year, it's going to be in December because I'm going to do Mario first. This is all I've got. And I changed a lot of the colors. One of the reasons it took me so long is because I don't like the pinks. And finally I made it over to Barefoot, and memory helped me choose. I replaced the pinks with purples and the browns with blues, I think.
Teals, maybe.
Yeah, whatever this color is right here in the center. That shades of that was what I did for the browns. So all I did this time was this flower, but you wouldn't believe how many stitches that was. So I don't think there's a chance that I'm going to get this done this year. Sure would be nice, but
I don't know if you want to put that on that stack.
not going to happen. I'm going to set it over here.
Yeah. Oh, because I just moved our secret surprise.
Okay.
And it dumped them. All right, please hold. Talk amongst yourselves. All that good stuff. Gotta have that out and ready. All right. So the last whip that I worked on is the one for my 60th birthday, and I'm working on the deer that's above the words. So I'm working on the second page. I think it's the second page, because you'll see the line of the second row on his eyes on the sparrow. And I guess I could pull the book out and show it to you, but I'm sure you're familiar with it because a lot of people have stitched it. She suggested stitching it 1/2 on 28 count. Yes. And she used Picture This plus the balloon. I didn't go that way. I used 28. I did use 28 count, but I used Mushroom Lagana, and I'm doing 2/2 because I just like 2/2, and I like the coverage, and I like the intensity of the colors. So I finished up. I think I had the words. I finished up the top and bottom here, and then I've been working on this funky looking deer, and there are some modifications to the pattern because Sally's a fudger, not a frogger, unless if it were a GM. So I'll just have to make sure whatever modifications are made on this side, when I get to the other side, I do the same thing, so it won't look funny. So, but anyway, there you go. And there's a butterfly that's going to go right up here. That's why, but I haven't got that. So I wanted to finish filling in the deer. It's 2 colors, and they're showing up really good on the camera. I can see them, and I can see them in real life, but it's a light color and then a little bit darker, but there's not a big contrast between the two, but I can see them on the camera. It's amazing how that works.
I should have said timber, because I said I was going to do that if it fell, and it's fallen several times.
Well, I caused it the last time, though.
My idea of doing his eyes on the sparrow is this one. It's by Foxwood Crossing. I've done it once already, but it got peed on by a cat. And so I love it so much, I want to do it again. Why do I want to do it again? I don't know, because I don't know. But here is where I am. The words were fine. The face was fine. But that jacket is killing me. I've already had to ask help for frogging from Sally. I can't fudge this because it's got to look like it has stripes, and there's a certain way to do it. Oh, and now it needs frogged again because you just can't fudge it. And I'm just about done. I told Sally she wins. We were racing we were having a funny race about it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm having issues.
I told her to put it in timeout.
This has been a tough week, and so
before we
moving and all that stuff, and it's a mess.
Yeah, but I think aren't we? One thing I do have one book review, just a short one.
Oh, I did have one.
Well, if you want to do it, or
book needles up.
Oh, well, we can do the needles up.
Forgot about that.
I don't know if I brought my
But I don't have much to say about her because I didn't print out my notes.
Oh, well, can we?
So
well,
let's just do it next time.
We'll do the book review and the news.
Oh, we're
next
so
time.
organized.
Well, yeah, you think we've never done this before? Oh my goodness!
It's like our first one or something.
Yes. All right, you ready now for a stash investment?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. Well,
Are we ready?
oh yeah.
Da, 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 da.
So, you know, well, for those in America, in the United States, Friday is the 4th of July. It's the birthday of the US of A. And I have my fireworks on. And Angie has her pinwheels on. And we're going to try to get them to spin. But you probably can't see them spinning because the fan's in the way. That ain't going to work.
Well, the pile has fallen over on them so much that they're almost flattened a little bit. But they were spinning fine this morning, or earlier today.
Earlier today, it was after lunch.
But the pile's fallen down on them twice, so I'm not seeing any.
And maybe they need to go
It's
up
so
a little
sad.
bit higher. But
I love this headband. I don't care if it spins or not. We really wanted to show you them spinning, but I did anyway. I'm so pleased that Sally got this.
well, it was an impulse buy.
And one day I'll be able to turn the fan off.
There it goes. It's off.
I feel like Julie in Floss Paper Scissor, where she's trying to click, click, click. That's where I feel with that fan.
Oh, well, let's do Happy Mail real quick.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, my friend Angie got me a shirt from, well, she mentioned Julie's daughter Catherine, and Gotcha Designs, is that what it's called?
Yep, I got you.
I got you. And anyway, it says, love it, love it, love it. And that's because that's what Justine says at Welcome Stitchery, which is in Blue Earth, Minnesota now. It used to be somewhere else.
So funny when she goes, love it, love it, love it.
Exactly.
I can't even entertain her. But
I'm waiting for the new welcome
welcome
package comes out for their every year she has a designer design a welcome sign, and it's coming out. She said that the kits would be on the boxes would be on the website. I watched the video, and then I watched it this morning, and it was posted 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so
yours is blowing.
Well, right, those are the fireworks. Okay, so we're gonna start with this.
Yep.
All right. What you wanna say
for
about
our
it?
birthdays,
Yes.
which is August 1823. That's
Yes.
how we get our name.
Right.
It's August 18,
August
23.
23rd.
So that's how we decided to come up with our name. I decided to get us a present. But Sally couldn't wait. She's like, "Can we do it now?
Well,
open
it
it now.
wrapped.
Open."
Well, you
Well,
shouldn't
then
have told me
I said
about it.
yes, and then we had to wait forever for it to come in the mail. Well, not forever, but you know, it was difficult because Mr. Post Office and Miss Post Office were trying not to give us our folders. They probably loved them so much they took them. But this is what we came up with. This is from Steno Stitches.
Mm-hmm.
And she is out of Lexington, South Carolina, and I love her work. I love this project folder.
Yes.
You open yours first?
I did.
I loaded mine already.
I haven't loaded mine yet, but I think I'm gonna I've got a pattern to put in it. A couple of patterns. And Angie had her crochet me a fidget flower.
I didn't have her do it for you. I just
Oh.
mentioned that the person I was giving the gift to was a crocheter, and she got a special, what do you call that thing?
A special
the zipper
pull, and it's a fidget.
And mine is our project card. So
yeah, there you go. And
I
then
didn't get one, but I was
got
so happy she got
pocket.
one.
And then it's got the vinyl zip pocket here. Oh, there we go. And then there's a needle minder, and it's made out of the coffee fabric. And it's so cute.
Yes.
And what's interesting is her husband does the sewing of these.
Yes.
And the quilting
And I
is
told
really
Sally
cool.
she has a cup of coffee every day.
Yeah, there you
forever
go.
and ever.
That's it. Never ending, a bottomless cup of coffee.
Mine has the flamingo needle minder, and inside I haven't started working with it yet. I just loaded it. Is my Wordy Bird that has flamingos on it, and on the right hand side I have the threads, and then I also have the fabric right now, which is from Stitch and Kitten 14 count oxygen. So you will see us with these at the retreat if you go to our Palmetto State Stitchers
Stitch and Stash Retreat, which is coming up in
in
about
Lexington, South Carolina.
2.5 weeks.
I'm so excited. So excited to use these and to go.
Exactly. And so, and I get Forbidden Fiber Co's newsletter, and she had an endless summer. I think it's called Endless Summer. It was summer, and it was one of the theme was summer, and it was one of those mysteries. So I hit add to cart. But it came in this cute bag with the flamingo, and it's glittery. You probably can't see it. And then the scissors pull, which I may end up making. Well, no, I like it.
Oh,
Oops.
there'll be a lot of cleanup after
It's just having some issues. But the pattern, so if you are expecting this and haven't gotten yours, look away. But here it is. And she dyed it's waterfall, which is a pretty blue, and I don't want to take it out of the bag. And then, of course, her over dyes, and they're so bright and colorful. So let me take this with me. I'm still kind of waffling as to what I want to take with me. You can tell I've been watching a lot of English videos.
Okay, I'm going to actually ask Sally to show these because I'm not seeing real well today. But these came from Amazon, and when one of them was a whale, I could not turn it down. Of course, the first one I have on top, because in August I'm doing Any Whip with the Whale, and that includes that coaster.
I'm gonna turn it upside down.
So
And
tell
then
them what you're seeing.
Starfish, and it is a diamond painting coaster set. And then once you finish, it includes
Includes the
comes
little
with
rack for
yes,
it.
and the cork
Yeah, the cork
bottoms
to finish it with.
Yes, and then here's a little angelfish. Oops, and a shell. It kind of looks like, it's not a conch. It's not a whelk.
Whorl? Is that called a whorl? W-H-O-R-L?
It could be that fight. It's not the fighting conch either, but I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Jellyfish. It's just generic shell.
Yep.
Jellyfish. They kind of put several factors together, pieces together.
A turtle.
Turtle.
That'll be the second one I do.
An octopi. Not octopus. Excuse me. Not more than
And
one.
there's the
and
third
the
one.
seahorse.
Yep. The others I'm not so sure about, like the octopus.
Oh, I'll do that
kind
one
of
for you.
freaky for me.
I like that one.
They scare me after watching Captain Nemo and the squid and all that stuff. So anyway, that came from Amazon. Now the rest of the haul we went to a special place.
Oh wait, I got some patterns before we went to that special place.
Sorry, Sally's been a busy girl.
I have. Well, I'll since this came from that special place, I just got it in the mail and I'll put that in that bag. But my friend Angie showed me some Stitch and Jewels. This frog. I have a person in mind for that. And now this one, I don't have any cover pages, but I'm kind of into the gnomes, so I went on a Ukrainian website. I'm pretty sure it's Ukrainian. And this is a tropical gnome. He's got a coconut. And then I picked up the Happy Autumn gnomes. They're small. I'm gonna do them individually.
Oh, sorry.
And then the Hello Summer, and look at that flamingo float. Oh my gosh. And then the New York gnome, you can see the Statue of Liberty. There's another page, but I only did one. Only showing one page. And then the American football gnome. I might change colors a little bit because my team's colors are orange and purple. The best team in South Carolina. And then there's a female coffee gnome and a male coffee gnome. And these were all from, I know there's one in English here. I can't remember. I just was in the mood to stitch gnomes, and so I bought, these patterns were $4 or less. She had them on sale too. But nothing has English on it. Well, you know what? Yes, it does. I just have to look in the right spot. Give me a second. Because I also went on Doreen Jones's website and picked up a couple of things. It's, all my gnomes came from Cross Stitch Pictorial. Oh, so there you go. Hopefully one's not blowing up too much. Screenshot that bad boy. But yeah, I kitted up one of the names. I'm not sure which one it was. That's at the house. And then Doreen Jones, I got her frog travel pouch, and her directions are really, really clear, so I think I can finish them up. And then the summer sea ornament, but I'd make that into a scissors pile, probably, or I could make it to an ornament to hang on our tree. And then there's a jump seat therapy design, like luggage tags, and you can get the kits, but you can get her PDFs for $2 a pop. So for the summer, she did a gnome. This is the actual cover page. This is not the pattern. It looks like it because it's kind of pixelated. And then I get Erin Elizabeth's newsletter, and so she talked about a couple of tiered trays. So I got the USA tier tray. This one's been out for a little while. I think the camping tier is a new one. These are PDFs off of her website. Oh, I have some more gnomes from that same person. This is the one I kitted up. Yeah, cross stitch pictorial on. Oops, sorry. On
That one doesn't have a
no cover page. And then steno stitches.
Yep, we both got that.
Oh wait,
one.
that is the cover page. I got the smiley face.
The smiley
it was
face.
so cute. And oh, it is. Angie and I don't really know why I have my dragon with embroidery in here. And
I don't understand that either.
All right, so we went on. Who is this? This is.
Who was that? I can't find her
Carrie
because she
Bidbar.
also had this one and I can't find her name.
Oh wait.
It was a Ukrainian person.
Yeah, but she had permission.
Not Ribka.
She had permission to convert them because she gives us the designer's name, but I can't show to them. Well, I can, but they don't have cover pictures. But the Don't Worry, Be Cappy is a capybara. I think that's how you pronounce that. And then she had the Beatles. It's the person that this is the person that we got the coffee magic pattern.
Yes, that's where we got caught. Which is Ribka. No,
it's not
dragons
Ribka.
were Ribka.
And then it was a cute gnome pattern that I had to get.
One of mine is Tesla Lime.
And then my other, I only printed black and white, but I got a couple of ugly sweater patterns. But she also, like I said, this one too. And it is Olga. Oh, her name was Olga.
Yeah, and some other unpronounceable something or other.
Yeah, which we can't. Neither one of us can pronounce.
Right.
Okay, so this is kind of in plans too, so I'm gonna hold off on that one.
Yeah.
All right, now we can talk about our shop hop, our trip last week.
Well, no, we can't because I had things I got
that's
online
right.
too.
That's right.
I love stitching jewels, and when I got her those frogs, I got something for me. Mini vintage baseball game. And I'm going to show you some seafoam that it's going to be on with 3799. I think that'll be very nice.
Mm-hmm.
I also plan to do mini Edgar Allan Poe, but I plan on doing it 4 times. The way Andy Warhol did those 4 colors of purple, green, orange, and something else. Nobody's ever sure of the color. Everyone says something different.
I don't remember.
Small Town Stitches finished this, and I love it. I need to face it right over my TV, and I want to do it in rainbow colors. So when I show you the rainbow colors that I got, this is what it came from. This is what it came for. Also, the special fabric that they dyed. But it says, Lord, please make my days useful, nights restful, home peaceful, and efforts fruitful. Can't ask for better than that. Now, are we still in barefoot? Are we ready to do barefoot? Because I also got stained glass lilies, and it actually looked better than that, but I was running out of ink by this time. And I wanted to do some lilies, and since I have it with it, I'll put it with it. I'm changing the white lilies to pinkish lilies that are actually stargazer lilies. And Memory helped me pick the 3 pinks I'm going to use: Claret, Sweet Petunia, and Cameo Pink.
Claret.
Oh, you say claret?
Yeah, I say claret.
I thought it was
it's
pronounced
a type of
French
wine.
way, so I didn't know.
Oh, well, it probably is. You know how
Okay.
we are. Beaufort, whatever.
Yeah, so
It's Beaufort, North Carolina. It's Beaufort, South Carolina.
we're ready to actually get fully into what we bought at Barefoot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Long time ago, we bought Vapor.
You bought Vapor.
Well, I bought Vapor to do all the word plays. And there were 4 that I really wanted to do. And they helped me fully kit those by changing all the colors to really bright ones. I'm not even going to bother to show you all that because you don't need to see DMC. But you will see it when I do it.
Exactly.
And you'll see how Brenda Gervais is very prim in her word plays. I'm not. So I will be changing that up. Okay.
All right, so Angie showed you her polar plunge. So I picked up some Glacier Rit Rat from Lady Dot. I picked up, hopefully I got enough. I picked up 3 packs, so I think I got 6 yards. How do you want to do this?
Well, I wanted to show you Purple Rain.
Yes.
So I might as well show you that.
Well, okay.
This is Purple Rain for the rainbow colors that I'm going to be using.
Oh, we're going to use this for our
And these are the rainbow
our
colors.
co-stitching. Okay, let's see what we can do here.
Yeah, you're better at that than I am.
Yeah, okay.
They
Sure.
fell to the bottom of the bag in a jumble. They put them in there very neatly, but I've shaken this bag so many times and gone through it so many times.
I've got these little plastic tabs.
Sometimes you just have to take your purchases and pet them.
Someone complained about people petting them. They're like, you're putting your oils all over them.
Oh, well, that's okay. They're my oils, and they're my projects.
There we go.
That's going to be
my
very
gosh.
pretty, I think.
It is.
That prayer is going to be, no way that I'm going to miss it, and with my bad eyes, see it.
And
know?
you will definitely see that. That is.
So,
I showed the fabric before
Why
I
don't
showed
you
the
show
colors. A couple of things. I'm going to do all these. I always like to go through their little ornament cuts because you get some colors that
and
I
it
wouldn't
didn't
normally.
have any for me.
Well, it wasn't a color you would ever use. That was the only Ada. These are 28, 32s. They're Luganas and linens, but they are so pretty.
You want to show the same one we bought? I bought this for the baseball game, and Sally said, "Ooh, look at the Browns."
Well, we thought.
And
about
then she
possibly
went back and
using
bought a
it.
piece.
Well, that's because I want to do this.
I thought it was perfect for the baseball game.
I want to do this.
It's called
is a,
Seafoam.
Yes, it is seafoam and hands on toes in the sand. This was a class that they had at Barefoot a few years ago, and so anyway, I wanted to do that, and I asked I said I want to do it on y'all's fabric, and so Amy's like, oh, seafoam. So I did it by seafoam, and I have a Mill Hill. It's this snowman. It's called, oh wait, glasses, you know, I never know where I put them. Snowman Vacation, and I like the tropical drink, of course. Oh, and we're drinking iced coffees because to celebrate us filming here for the first time, we had to have some summer cups.
This is a new location.
Yes, Angie.
And we have new background and everything.
We do, and I'll pan up because there's a couple of previous finishes that I have up there.
Before she moves on to one, I want to finish up the fabric because it doesn't look like you have any more.
Well,
This is
just our
silver leaf
other.
that I saw just hanging there, and you can't tell. In some lights it's blue, sometimes it's green, and sometimes it's gray.
Yeah.
It's a very unique color that Amy has managed to produce.
Yeah.
It's called Silver Leaf. You need to check it out because
It is pretty.
I think I'm going to do the Andy Warhol thing of Edgar Allan Poe on it because I think that would be unique the way
Definitely.
it changes colors too.
Yes. And when you put different colors on, I bet it looks different.
Yeah, I think that's going to be interesting to see what happens. So,
Well, I picked up a couple of patterns. Always. I had pre-ordered. Obviously, I was stitching when stitching wasn't cool, and I really I didn't do Kathy Heberman's This Bee's Got Knees, But I like the way she finished her pincushion. And so when she came out with thread white and blue, that pincushion is the way she finished it. So I pre-ordered those, and then while Angie and I were there, I picked up a couple of patterns, Stitching at the Sea. And this is by Emily Call Stitching. She's a fairly new designer. And then Old Glory, Long May She Wave. This was actually designed by Pam and Bob of P&B, Making Memories. And I was thinking for our display next year for the 250, our display for the library, that I would pull these little ones out and make ornaments out of them. Well, I could put them on 11 count, but over 2, or 8, 14, 18 count, but over 2 squares, so it'd be a little bit bigger. And then
Pam and Bob are from Florence, South Carolina, so they're special to us.
Yes. And then this Sampler of the Sea by Carriage House Creations, or Carriage House Samplings, sorry. I do have Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow, but I haven't started it yet. So
I have 3 more things, but you want to do this last?
Okay, sure. And so Angie and I, for our Flosstube, our 2-year Flosstube, Angie, you're out of screen.
I'm sorry.
There you go.
Being the wrong way.
You always fuss at me being out. So we're gonna co-stitch this piece. Angie gets to stitch the whale. Then I guess I get to stitch everything else. Anyway, I'll do the dragon. We could also hashtag this one through.
I just have to do the whale.
I got you.
You could do the whole rest of it.
No. I said co. I didn't say Sally does 3/4 and you do a 4th. So anyway, and since Angie showed me the pattern, I said, okay, you pick the fabric. So what does she do? She sends me a picture of 2 threads. And technically, I picked the thread because I said, ooh, I like this one.
She immediately responded.
I did. But then when we were down at Barefoot, we had like 3 pieces of fabric to look at. And I liked them all. Mm-hmm. But I said, well, since Angie's getting the teal for the thread.
My favorite color.
Then we're pulling the purple fabric. And this is Purple Rain. And Amy dyes it for them. It is beautiful.
I think it's gorgeous. And with this on it.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
I think it's going to be great.
Yes. They're like...
And that's actually kind of a color of a dragon and a whale.
That's true.
If you think about it. So
I know it's going to blow out the purple, so you really can't tell. But there we go. And so I know that kind of went into plans also. Mm-hmm. But I'm probably going to start this soon. I'm going to show you. Yeah.
Well, August is any whip with the whale, and I told her I want to work on the whale in August. So if I have to do something else on there, then I will. But we talked about changing it back every 2 weeks, every Flosstube. We would change it to the other person. Mm-hmm. Now, one of the things that I have is I'm trying to do a triptych of schoolhouses. My brother did a little red schoolhouse for me when I retired from teaching. My brother's autistic and a new stitcher, and he did a sampler for me. Mm-hmm. And it's gorgeous, and I've shown it in a previous finish before. And I'm going to do the little red schoolhouse from Stony Creek next year. And look what I found. I forget what it's called now.
I don't know because I didn't have my readers on.
Book learning. It's called Book Learning, but it's a little red schoolhouse.
And the button is three books, I think. I know they're books. And
it's a Mill Hill, and it should be, because the other one's not so simple, so I wanted something a little simpler to do.
It is complicated.
And before we do this, what do you have?
This is all I got.
Okay. I wanted to show that I got some glow-in-the-dark thread to try, and I compared it to the Kreinik that a friend brought over to me. And the Kreinik just sparkles, and yes, it sparkles in the dark, but it sparkles. It does not give the eerie, ghostly glow. And this does, and I wanted this to put on top of the curls that you saw earlier on Ocean of Wisdom, and make it just backstitch a little bit and try to show some foam on the ocean thing, ocean waves.
And then
And last
for
but
our
not least,
birthdays too.
Sally contributed this to
Yes.
our birthdays.
Yes. So I have the spools, and Angie has the sunflowers and the bees and the
I got
honey.
bright yellow and look at the black gingham ribbons and
The honey dippers.
I like the honey. The bees can, I know we need the bees for the honey, but
Yes.
I just love it. And I know we can use them now that
Yes.
I need
yes.
bags so badly, so now I can use it.
All right, and so you can see our setup. We're in Angie's new place, and so made the sign August 18_1823 Stitchers, and we both like ocean stuff, so that's why it's decorated. I'm gonna pan you up because that house, that beach house, is a barefoot needle art. It was a surprise box a couple years ago. There's the Paisley pumpkin from Rosewood Manor, and then Sue Hillis
Sue
design.
Hillis's pirate
Yeah.
says beatings will continue until morale improves, and I used to have that in my classroom on a little ship thing that my friend Sherry's husband made, and it's still on Sue Hillis's website as a finish. Now,
You want me to
I'm
take
just
care of
going to let Sally go.
Okay.
on.
Well, if you've been with us for some time or since we started filming, we usually have a dog in our video, Jack. But Jack needed more than Angie could give him. He wasn't officially diagnosed with Cushing's because the test for that is really expensive, and it doesn't always. It's not 100% guarantee that it will give you the right answer. And eventually he would just get worse. So she made the decision to take him back to the vet, and when we got there, they said, oh, you have to take him over to the shelter. So we did, and then we found out the next day that someone is fostering Jack, and someone is also a medical foster, so they will take care of his medical needs too. So he's still going to live a happy life for a little while longer until, obviously, the disease takes over. Ed.
And so we've been talking a lot about how we're going to end our show because we used to say that's all folk, but most of you probably didn't get it.
No.
It's a private joke, actually.
Yeah, it is.
And we're not going to go over that. But there is, because of all this, a phrase that we decided would be a good one for us to end our show with.
So we're going to try to do it together?
We're going to try to say this together.
All right.
Just remember that you are stronger than you know. Bye.